Hey everybody, Fred Minnick here, and today I'm going to taste a new product to me called Forward Slash. Be sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. And if you are, thank you. But before I get into it, don't forget about my upcoming events. I got an event next week for the big game at Mandalay Bay, the Foundation Room. And I also have an event in Lawrenceburg, Indiana on February 17th. You can find information about both of those in my description. Don't miss it. So, this is one of those brands that just created a name, right? They created a name that just really, really captured me. Forward slash. We all use the forward slash since the age, with the invention of the internet. I just think this is the coolest name that I have seen on a whiskey bottle in a long time. And I know that's weird, like, oh my gosh, why is the forward slash so interesting? I have no idea. I just think it's funny. It's just, why not the backward slash? Why is it the forward slash? I find it funny. You can find more information about this whiskey in the description. I want to get to the taste, but this is a blend of straight bourbon distilled in Virginia, Wisconsin, Kentucky, and Colorado. This is coming in at 50% ABV or 100 proof. So that's a lot there. You're starting to see more and more of these multiple distilleries, and you know what? That's going to put all the onus on blending talent. So never underestimate an individual person's palate to put together good whiskey. So let's see what this one's all about. Woo! Smells like black licorice. Black licorice and butter in a frying pan. And that's a very familiar smell to me, because in my house we don't use things like Crisco. I cook with olive oil and I cook with butter. I don't cook with any of those like fake oils with all the trans fats and stuff in there. Not to say that I'm Mr. Johnny Healthy, but got to tell you, I know the smell of melting butter. It melts my soul. I love butter. Do you like butter? Put in the comments section if you like butter. And do you have a favorite style of butter? Since this has Wisconsin in it, I feel like the butter conversation is very worthwhile. Okay, so black licorice, melted butter, a little bit of like pine needles. So like fresh pine needles. So you're going out, playing with pine cones or whatever. It's get that smell of pine. So not an off-putting nose, but not necessarily the kind of nose that just screams bourbon, you know? Okay, here I go. That black licorice is still very much there, very present. It's not that hot, the 100 proof. It can be heavy for some people, but if you are someone who likes a cask strength product, you might find this to like. If you like the depth of a cask strength product, this has enough depth to it for you. But if you also like lower ABVs, this might be too hot, because even though it's 100 proof, it tastes hotter than 100 proof. To me, this tastes like, if I was tasting this blind, I would probably guess this was 110 proof. Like this tastes like it has a lot of backbone, has a lot of depth to it, but on the alcohol scale, it does feel like it feels like it's 110 proof or 112 proof, somewhere around there. Frankly, when I put it on my tongue, it does feel like a Maker's Mark cask strength in terms of proof. And that's at 110, 112 proof range. I'm going to taste that again. Stop focusing on the proof so much. Okay, so it's got kind of like a grits note to it, and not the kind of like Southern grits that you would get like at a fine dining establishment. I'm thinking of more like the military grits that I used to get. And by the way, that's not a diss. Like I actually happen to have liked the military grits I used to get. But they're basically kind of soupy, and you would throw in butter. Like I continue to get like the flavor of butter, not the texture of butter, but I continue to get the flavor of butter in this particular whiskey. But it's got that kind of like grittiness to it, like the actual grits. So it's got some corn forward flavor to it. A little bit of honey there. Just a touch of something else. Can't quite put my finger on it. I don't know. It's kind of savory, maybe, and it's savory like a brisket savory. It's not savory in the form of like a bread. So it's kind of like got a meaty barbecue quality to it. Not on the wood side, but on the savory side, like an oven cooked brisket versus a smoked brisket. Which you might ask yourself, why would anybody cook a brisket in the oven? Well, maybe they don't have a grill. Okay, so you know people want to eat brisket, they're going to eat brisket. It's going to be cooked in the oven. Not everything's on a grill. Slow down there, Bob. Okay, I'll give it one more shot, and then I'll break down that finish. Finish is pretty medium, and I can't shake the note of butter. So, 3 things you need to know about this product. One, the blend of 4 states is hard to do, and the blender did a good job really putting it together. The blender did a really good job here putting together 4 states with whiskey flavor profiles that would not necessarily add up, in my opinion. So great job on that. The second thing is that it tastes much bigger than 100 proof. Now, you might consider that a compliment. You might consider that to be a diss, but I think it's more of a compliment. And the third thing is, if you like butter, if you find yourself at home on a Friday night and you say, you know what, I'm going to have 3 ounces of melted butter with my TV dinner. Well, that's pretty depressing, but this whiskey's for you. So if you drink melted butter on a regular basis, / might be the frontward way for your belly. So that's going to do it for this little tasting video. Thank you for tuning in, and I appreciate you for being subscribers. If you're not already, become one. And check out my whiskey club, Club Marzipan. You'll find links for that in the description. But be safe out there, folks. And remember, vodka sucks.